I'm Courtney Enders with FloRacing, and I'm here to give you everything you need to know coming into the second stop of the Redline Oil PDRA Drag Racing Series, the Mid-Atlantic Showdown from Virginia Motorsports Park. Before we get into this weekend's events, let's review what happened in the first stop of the PDRA series when we went to Galot Motorsports Park just a couple of weekends ago. Something that was unique at this event that doesn't usually happen in drag racing is all of the number one qualifiers in the professional categories translated that success to race day where they collected the wins. I'm telling you, this does not happen very often. So let's break it down class by class. In Pro Nitrous, the KTR powered machine, Pro Nitrous rookie Tim, as we like to call him, Big Pappy Pap, took home the 660 man the first time he competed in the category. With the usual player and multi-time champion Jim Halsey choosing not to participate in the PDRA this year, the door was wide open for all kinds of new competitors. Tim beat former champion and an always consistent player in the category, Tommy Franklin, in the final round of competition in a close race with the ETs within 1,000th of each other. Tim had been all over the tree all weekend, and the combination of his driving and that KTR-powered machine proved unstoppable as he took home the win. Moving on to Pro Boost, Melanie Salemi is always in the mix. She has a ton of number one qualifiers, a bucket of wins, but something just seems different about this team this year. Melanie also qualified number one at this event and was the car to beat going into race day. She seems to be driving on a different level that weekend and outran Johnny Camp in the final round in a very close drag race. Both cars ended up clocking in at a 362 at the 660 mark, but Melanie's 001 reaction time and 6th thou quicker at the stripe made for a tight but dominating win in her own way. Again, she's always been in the mix for the championship, but there seems to be a different aura around her and this team. Let's see if they can continue the success. Pro Street. The ever-growing interest in this class continues to grow, and the action on track at the season opener did not disappoint. In dramatic fashion, Blake Denton and his car Bonnie were not into the show going into the final qualifier. They dropped the hammer in the last qualifier, got the pole position going into race day. And stop me if you've heard this before, the number one qualifier, Blake Denton, ended up taking home the trophy. Bonnie was on rails all race day and prevailed in the final round for Blake and team in a very sentimental moment for the late Lizzie Musey's old car's return to the winner's circle. There was not a dry eye in the house as Blake Denton beat Chris Tootin after Chris experienced an explosion shortly after he dropped the hammer. Congratulations to Blake and team. Now, as we get started here at the second stop of the PDRA 2025 series, we come to what we call the home of the PDRA, which is Virginia Motorsports Park for the Mid-Atlantic Showdown. Here are some of the hot storylines leading into this event. Galot's winner in Pro Nitrous and points leader Tim Papp will be unable to compete in the event this weekend. He has a personal prior commitment, and none other than KTR's own Stevie Fast Jackson will be taking his spot in the Pro Nitrous entry. Now, since there is no driver replacement policy, Stevie Fast will not be collecting points for Tim Papp, which will throw a serious wrench into the championship points mix, even though it's early in the season. Stevie Fast Jackson's last time competing in the PDRA was over 3 years ago, but the last time he competed in the category of Pro Nitrous runs back all the way to the 2016 season. Stevie always brings chatter, eyeballs, and drama when he comes, and he is coming to the PDRA. Another huge headliner as we roll into this weekend is Super Bowl champion from the Philadelphia Eagles and one of drag racing's most famous competitors, Fletcher Cox, will be stepping back in to the driver's seat in the ever-popular category of Pro Street. He will be in a 1969 nitrous-injected Camaro, and as always, all eyeballs inside and out of drag racing will be on Fletcher Cox as he makes his return. Now, we can't roll into Virginia without talking about what happened at last year's event at the Mid-Atlantic Nationals. Now, there was a bunch of good things that happened. As always, the PDRA brings incredible storylines, but if we have to bring it down to two important storylines that we want to bring into this weekend, we cannot go without talking about the Pro Nitrous final that was between Jim Halsey and Tommy Franklin. Now, these two, as we call it, we said it on FloRacing before, the Franklin and Halsey show. Now, again, Halsey is not participating in the PDRA this year, so this doesn't translate into this year's event as it does for Tommy Franklin, but we cannot go without saying how exciting that final round was, ending on a hole shot win for Jim Halsey over Tommy Franklin. Now, the other storyline from last year's event that we want to touch on is the 2023 World Series of Pro Mod champion, Spencer Hyde, collecting his first and only PDRA 660 man in the ultra competitive Pro Boost category. Now, Pro Boost was as competitive as any other category in all of drag racing, and we saw a ton of different event winners as the season went on. But this one was special for Spencer as it was his first and the last time that we saw him in the winner's circle on a FloDragRacing event. Now, why is this important today? Well, over the offseason, Spencer got the opportunity to take a job for Jim Head Racing and go NHRA funny car racing. We love first-time winners here at the PDRA and will always claim Spencer Hyde as one of our own, as he is off to an incredible start over in the NHRA. We miss you, Spencer, but we are all rooting for you and your future success in the NHRA. Also, we hope to see you again soon here at the PDRA. Now, the PDRA is not the only home for Pro Mod, as there are so many incredible places to race for the category of Pro Modified. So let's take a minute and talk about what is hot right now across the entire class and the entire country. The NHRA Pro Mod category had a stop at ZMAX Dragway for the 4-wide nationals, and JR Gray ended up taking home the Wally, making that 3 in a row for Alan Abbey Racing after Mike Stravinos caught the double up in Gainesville and Phoenix, collecting those Wallies there. So it's 3 for 3 for the AAP boys. Another note coming out of ZMAX this weekend that may have taken the world by surprise was Ken Cartuccio, who has won basically everything that you can win during the quote-unquote off season of the Pro Mod racing season. He did not qualify for the event at ZMAX Dragway. And that leads me perfectly into something else that is incredibly hot in the Pro Mod world: Drag Illustrated's pound for pound rankings of Pro Mod drivers in the country. Now, this ruffled quite a bit of feathers, as Westbuck always likes to do. But why is this important to Ken Cartuccio not qualifying at ZMAX? Ken Cartuccio was unarguably the #1 person on that list. Now, as I said, Westbuck and team ruffled feathers by releasing this list. And that's something that I think that they like to do over there. They said that they weighed their decisions by math: field size, bump spot, reaction time, etc., creating a strength of schedule factor that went into this list. Now, this sparked a ton of debate and a ton of conversation, which Westbuck and team says this sport needs more of. What do you think of this list? Now, lastly, in our own little ranking system here, we cannot talk about Pro Mod racing without talking about Lyle Barnett right now. Now, you may want to argue me there, as we haven't seen him in the winner's circle since over in Bradenton during the winter series at the U.S. Street Nationals. But you have to think about this. Lyle Barnett is doing something that no one else on the planet is doing right now. He has to be drag racing's most valuable shoe. Now, what I mean by this, for a guy that does not own his own car, does not own his own team, he sure does get around. Starting with the winter series, he will be competing in the following classes throughout the 2025 season: NHRA Pro Mod, PDRA Pro Boost, RVW, Pro 275, LDR, No Time 275, and Small Tire No Prep. Now, don't quote me now, because knowing Lyle Barnett, I'm pretty sure he may find something else to ride. If there's a car available, if there is a racetrack hosting an event, Lyle Barnett will be there. Now, he has teamed up with Tommy Yeomans. Now, Tommy saw something in Lyle, giving him the opportunity of a lifetime to shoe all of his cars. And on the NHRA side, he occasionally steps into the Scott Tidwell cars. And last weekend, you may have seen him in the red Elite Motorsports Scott Tidwell car with a couple of eyelashes on the front end of there. Lyle is a phenomenal racer, a fan favorite, and we are willing to bet that he will be parking it in the winner's circle or on the dance floor, as they say, regardless of where. Now that you're all up to date with what happened last year, what to expect from this year, and what's been going on in Pro Mod all across the country, enjoy the Mid-Atlantic Nationals here only on FloRacing.